Welcome to this explainer. If you're an app developer, a designer, or maybe an emerging student coder looking to really chart out your professional growth, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're unpacking Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, WWDC 26. And look, this isn't just an event. It's honestly a definitive roadmap for your entire career over the coming year. We're going to break down the timeline, the learning opportunities, and the exact ways you can leverage this massive week to really master the latest software advancements. So let's get focused and figure out how to navigate this incredible week of technology. Okay, let's dive into this. Our itinerary today covers 4 key areas. Number 1, the WWDC kickoff. 2, charting your learning path. 3, joining live group labs. And 4, celebrating developer excellence. Starting with Section 1, the WWDC kickoff. Looking at this timeline, June 8th is completely packed, and you're going to want to structure your day around 2 critical moments. First up, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we've got the Apple Keynote. This is your first look at the broad, high-level updates coming to Apple platforms. It's the big picture. But then, just a few hours later at 1 p.m. Pacific is the platform's State of the Union. Now, for you developers out there, this is where you really need to have your notepads ready. The State of the Union takes a much deeper dive into the exciting new features, the APIs, and the core software advancements that you'll literally be using to build your apps. Now, knowing when to watch is only half the battle, right? Knowing where to watch is just as crucial. And Apple has made this incredibly accessible. You can stream the events directly on apple.com, the Apple Developer app and website, and the Apple TV app. But check out the global reach here. Content will also be available across their YouTube channel, Bilibili, LinkedIn, and WeChat. And hey, don't sweat it if you're in a completely different time zone. On-demand playback will be available right after the live streams wrap up. While millions of us will be streaming online, this number, 1,000, represents the sheer physical scale of the kickoff. Apple will be welcoming over 1,000 developers, designers, and students to celebrate in person at Apple Park on June 8th. It is a massive gathering of the community to launch the week's festivities. Moving right along to Section 2, charting your learning path. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive volume of content they're dropping. More than 100 new video sessions are going to be available. And these aren't just high-level overviews, okay? These are serious deep dives into new tools, new technologies, and design principles taught directly by Apple engineers and designers. Whether you're a junior developer trying to figure out new framework integrations or a seasoned pro adapting to the absolute latest UI trends, there is a literal wealth of knowledge waiting for you here. But let's be real. With over 100 sessions, information overload is a huge risk. You definitely don't want to waste your time sifting through content that has nothing to do with your current projects. That's exactly why Apple provides curated guides. Think of these guides like a map, perfectly charting a specific path through the biggest announcements by platform and topic. They make sure your learning stays efficient and completely focused on what actually matters for your career roadmap. All right, let's jump to Section 3, joining live group labs. From Tuesday through Friday, the learning becomes fully interactive. And here's your step-by-step game plan on how to step in and participate. First, you join these live online presentations. Second, you actively listen and learn directly from the experts who actually built the tools. But that third step, that is the most crucial one for your growth. Asking and upvoting peer questions. This is your moment. It's your chance to get highly technical answers to the exact specific hurdles you're facing in your own code right now. So what exactly will we be discussing? Well, the topics are highly targeted. We're looking at developer tools, design, graphics, and games. But for those of you focused on the absolute cutting edge, notice the heavy emphasis here on Apple Intelligence and machine learning. If you're looking to integrate AI into your apps, these specific labs are absolutely going to be your ultimate learning guide. Keep in mind, these aren't just quick 5-minute coffee chats. Each of these highly focused group lab sessions will last up to 60 minutes. That is a full hour of concentrated, interactive problem solving with Apple engineers. It's just an unparalleled networking and learning opportunity. But hey, what if you can't make a live lab? Or maybe a genius question pops into your head later in the evening. The learning doesn't just stop when the lab ends. You can engage with Apple experts over on the Apple Developer Forums. This asynchronous platform is just perfect for getting deep technical answers on a whole variety of tools and technologies all week long. Let's move to our final chapter and see how this all builds up. Section 4, Celebrating Developer Excellence. A major highlight of WWDC is the Apple Design Awards. Apps are judged across 6 very specific categories: delight and fun, inclusivity, innovation, interaction, social impact, and visuals and graphics. This year, an incredible 36 finalists have been unveiled. And, these awards are so much more than just trophies. They represent the craft, the creativity, and the immense technical expertise of this community. Honestly, just studying these 36 finalists is a fantastic way to see exactly what the pinnacle of app design looks like today. Apple also looks ahead to the next generation of creators through the Swift Student Challenge. Globally, a super impressive 350 emerging developers have been honored for their skills. But there's an even more exclusive tier here: 50 distinguished winners. These 50 standout students aren't just getting a nod of recognition, they've actually been invited to Cupertino for a special 3-day in-person experience during WWDC week. How cool is that? And this brilliantly illustrates Apple's core commitment to the ecosystem. Their stance is super clear. To quote them directly, Apple is proud to support programs that uplift the next generation of developers, designers, and entrepreneurs. By investing so heavily in the Swift Student Challenge, they are quite literally building the foundation for the next decade of groundbreaking apps. So, we've covered the schedule, the deep dive sessions, the interactive labs, and the massive community awards. You now have the definitive roadmap for navigating WWDC 26. The tools, the APIs, and the absolute best experts in the world are all right there at your fingertips, ready to be utilized. So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Armed with all of this incredible new knowledge and cutting-edge technology, what groundbreaking experience will you build next? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and seriously, enjoy the conference.